Namaste, Advait Money Matters daily video magazine, and we are together on episode number 123. We have spent quite a few discussions pertaining to slow track of money and fast track of money and pertaining to management of personal finances. As you are aware that I have insisted that the thrust of Advait Money Matters as a framework is not in imposing or advocating the idea of earning too much of money. I don't even recommend looking at the concepts like financial security and financial independence the way it is normally understood. Just as I have always been insisting throughout the Advait Money Matters video magazine so far, and I'll be doing so in the future also, the basic objective behind creating this framework has been to address the widespread requirement of setting our fundamentals about money correct. On the surface, it may look like an educational problem, and to a great degree, yes, it is like that. But as you will understand by the end of this discussion, I'd like to discuss briefly why it is so. As I'm creating episodes for this video magazine, Advait Money Matters, one part of my conscience is asking me whether I really qualify to talk about money. Yes, one part of my conscience is asking me whether I qualify to teach about money, because so far I don't really come under category of what they call rich as such. As I have always been sharing with you that I am like any other participant from a typical middle class who has had his own ambitions, who has had his own sense of insecurity, who has had his own fear, and yet he took one baby step. So in one way, if you ask, I don't really qualify to teach about too much of money. But at the same time, because I have taken a few baby steps towards setting the fundamentals correct, that is where I am able to teach out of experience. My position is like that somebody who has taken a jump from the diving board on the swimming pool but has not yet reached or touched the water. I am somewhere in the air. But this is most appropriate position because if I, or for that matter anybody, fails after having taken the risk for starting a business, then he will be filled with bitterness, he will be filled with complaints, and he will not be able to teach as such. On the other hand, if I or anybody else becomes successful, then something else may happen. A person may get filled with ego, and that can convert to arrogance, and with arrogance one cannot be a good teacher. In fact, I would like to share with you that financial wisdom is problem not because it is easy or difficult to learn, not because there are risks involved, but because of two reasons. One, those who have already earned a lot of money, they don't have one of the three things: skills to teach how to earn money, patience to teach, because the students and the participants may come in all kinds of personalities and psychologies. So it takes immense amount of patience to teach. So skills and patience. And the third is that they may not have time to teach. So this is the first reason why there is low level of financial wisdom in the society. Those who are financially successful, either they don't have skills or patience or time or all of the three. And then the second reason is because there is low level of awareness and interest among masses. And this problem is quite easy to address. Creating awareness, creating buzz, creating an environment where more and more people are learning can be accomplished very easily. In any case, whether we have a lot of money, whether we are learning about money, whether we have less money, whether we are not learning about money, in any case, we can simply ask 2, 3, 4, 5 or 10 persons, are you learning about money? Don't you feel that money matters? Or yet another very simple question like, don't you feel that if we learn how to handle car, shouldn't we learn how to handle money? Creating interest, creating awareness, creating a buzz, creating an environment where everyone feels like learning about money is more or less responsibility of every couple, every parent, every responsible citizen. Just as we help each other to get started with a new social media app or a new video calling app or a new ride booking app, similarly we should help each other getting started with the process of learning about money. I have specially created this particular session to kind of create a background, a backdrop under which we can start discussing about some of those business skills which will help us to transition towards the fast track as soon as possible, as swiftly as possible. And the reason is very simple. I have always said in all my workshops and in all the books and programs that I have written for the business owners and the entrepreneurs that business skills and the skills with money go hand in hand. To discuss about the fast track of money without discussing some of the basic skills about business will be a baseless exercise, will be a wasteful exercise. We will be getting into a couple of discussions where I'll talk about some of the interesting skills, useful skills pertaining to setting up and expanding a business, because a business is the building block of the fast track of money. Yes, a good business is the building block of the fast track of money, whether we choose to be a business owner or an investor. For example, in tomorrow's session, I'll talk something about the power of brand, and I can almost assure you that it will be very entertaining, very interesting. Before I close this session for today, one final note. When I am recording this particular session, it is the month of May 2021. We have already gone through almost 1.5 years of pandemic all over the world. We have seen prolonged lockdowns, and we have also seen the dirty face of the greedy behavior of some of the traffickers and black marketeers, and we have also seen the angel-like face of the rich. Learning about the skills with money has never been more relevant. We are going through a period when the education by itself is trying to find its foot on the ground. Although children are studying in the schools and the colleges, but the education system, the way we have known it, is only moving because of its mass. More or less, not only the education, but the entire world is redefining itself, be it society, be it economy, or be it education itself. Post-pandemic, we will require three things: well-managed families, well-managed small businesses, and an education system which is much closer to the life itself. The education system which prepares us for life and self-reliance, what they call Atmanirbharta. Think about the words that I have discussed in this session. Keep watching Advait Money Matters daily video magazine. Namaste.